This is a magical world. What is your roar? Well, if you live in a remote valley with a bunch of cute animals, your roar could be your best defense against a creeping doom. But for everyone else, well, your roar may just be your voice. Hi, I'm here to talk about an exciting new addition to our social media presence. Our channel will feature AI-generated long-form videos, specifically stories of animals. But these won't be ordinary animal stories. They'll be completely new narratives, leveraging the incredible power of AI. Now let me explain my vision. You see, I've always loved animals, and I know many of you do too. That's why when the opportunity came to develop a new social media channel dedicated to animal content, I was excited. But I wanted to do something fresh, something that went beyond the typical cute animal videos or motivational posts. I wanted to create something that was both entertaining and meaningful. That's when it hit me. We'll use AI to generate long-form videos, immersive animal stories that not only showcase the beauty of the animal kingdom, but also explore profound themes of life, friendship, and courage. And that's how our channel was born. Our first series is called The Collective Roar. Now you might be wondering what that means. Well, let me tell you. Deep in a mystical valley, nestled between snow-capped mountains and enchanted forests, lived a community of adorable and friendly animals. There were playful foxes, wise owls, sturdy bears, nimble squirrels, and even a grumpy badger who everyone avoided. But there was a secret that bound them all together: the roar. You see, every creature in the valley had a unique sound. The birds with their tweets, the squirrels with their chatters, the foxes with their barks. It was a beautiful cacophony that echoed through the mountains. However, one day a strange and unsettling fog began to creep into the valley. It slithered between the trees, swallowing the songs of the birds and muffling the laughter of the squirrels. It was a silent fog that seemed to suck the very joy out of everything it touched. As it spread, the animals grew frightened. They sensed that this eerie silence was a harbinger of something terrible, something that threatened to extinguish the vibrancy of their world. Now, deep in his den, Old Manna the badger was particularly troubled. He had lived through many seasons and had seen much, but this silent fog was something he couldn't comprehend. One evening, as the fog drew closer to his den, he decided he'd had enough. He shuffled out, his small eyes gleaming with determination. He might be old and grumpy, but he wasn't about to let some mysterious fog ruin his home. In the clearing, he met Kiki, a young and spirited fox, whose bushy tail was always bouncing with energy. She was as surprised by the fog as everyone else, but she wasn't giving up without a fight. Together, the unlikely duo set off to find Orion, the wise old owl whose keen eyesight could pierce the gloom. Orion lived atop the tallest tree in the forest, and when he opened his big yellow eyes, the world was laid bare before him. He confirmed the worst. The silent fog was spreading, draining the color and sound from the valley. But then Orion noticed something peculiar. The fog seemed to recoil slightly whenever the three of them made noise, even a cough or a snort. It was a small victory, but it gave them hope, so they continued their journey to find more allies. Along the way, they met Barnaby, a gentle giant of a bear whose deep, resonant hum could shake the leaves from the trees. Despite his size, Barnaby was a pacifist, preferring to spend his days catching fish and his nights sleeping under the stars. At first, he was reluctant to join their cause, fearing that his strength would only bring more harm than good. But after hearing their plea, he realized that sometimes strength isn't about might, it's about protecting what you love. And so the four of them continued on, venturing deeper into the misty mountains. Their path was fraught with challenges. They had to cross a gurgling stream that had turned murky and gray from the fog, climb over rocks that were slick with moisture, and navigate through thickets that seemed to absorb their footsteps. All the while, the fog pressed against them, trying to snuff out their hope and determination. As they climbed, the air grew thinner and colder. The majestic view of the valley below was now a somber painting of gray. But as they reached the peak, something magical appeared before them. Nestled amidst the rocks was a glowing crystal, pulsing with a brilliant multicolored light. It was the heart of the roar, an ancient relic said to amplify the sounds of the valley. With renewed vigor, the four friends returned to the village. They rallied the animals, urging them to come to the clearing at dawn. As the first rays of sunlight touched the mountains, the animals gathered. They were nervous, scared, but mostly confused. No one understood the gravity of the situation, not until the silent fog rolled in. It was as if the fog had been biding its time, gathering all its strength for one final assault. The animals huddled together, their usual chatter replaced by anxious whispers. It was terrifying, like nothing they'd ever experienced. But then Kiki stepped forward. She remembered the journey with the old badger, the wise owl, and the gentle giant. She told them about the heart of the roar and the hope it represented. Her words sparked a flicker of determination in their eyes. They understood now that their survival, their very essence, depended on their collective action. The grumpy badger cleared his throat and let out a defiant snort. The birds tweeted their loudest. The squirrels chattered frantically, and the foxes barked in unison. And then the gentle giant, Big Barnaby, took a deep breath and let out a mighty roar that shook the mountains. The sound resonated with the heart of the roar, causing it to pulse brighter. The clearing filled with a brilliant kaleidoscope of colors, pushing back the encroaching darkness. The animals roared again, louder this time, their individual sounds blending into a harmonious symphony. As they roared, the fog began to recede, shrinking back into the shadowy depths from which it came. With each roar, the colors intensified, driving the fog further away. The animals didn't stop. They kept roaring, their voices echoing through the valley, chasing away the fog and welcoming back the vibrant hues of their world. They roared for joy, for life, for their valley, and for their unity. In that moment, they weren't just a collection of different species. They were a community, a family bound together by a common purpose. The clearing was no longer just a place, it was a symbol of their resilience, a testament to the power of their collective roar. As the fog lifted and the colors returned, the animals knew that they had won. They had saved their home. And as the sun rose higher in the sky, they continued to roar, their voices ringing out across the mountains, a celebration of life, unity, and the triumph of light over darkness. So remember, the next time you hear a bird tweeting, a squirrel chattering, a fox barking, or a bear roaring, take a moment to appreciate the melody of life. For in the symphony of nature, every voice matters. Now I know you're probably curious about how we're going to bring this story to life. Well, let me give you a sneak peek behind the scenes. We're partnering with an AI video generation platform to make this happen. Their platform allows us to easily generate high-quality videos using just a few clicks. We simply describe our ideas, and their platform's AI takes over creating stunning visuals that match our script. It's like having a team of artists at your fingertips. But you might be wondering how we go from a basic script to a finished product. Well, it's actually a pretty straightforward process. Let me walk you through it step by step. First, we start with the script. Our writers craft a compelling narrative that fits perfectly with our vision for the channel. Then comes the fun part, choosing the visuals. Using an AI video generation platform, we input the script and select the desired style and tone. In seconds, the platform generates multiple video options for us to choose from. Next, we review and refine the generated videos, making any necessary adjustments or tweaks. Finally, we add sound effects, background music, and voiceovers to bring the story to life. Throughout the entire process, our team of experts ensures that the final product meets our high standards of quality and creativity. The result is a one-of-a-kind video that is both visually stunning and narratively engaging. So that's a glimpse into how we're bringing our animal adventures to life. We believe this innovative approach will captivate our audience and keep them coming back for more. But we want to know what you think. Which animal stories would you like to see us cover? And what kind of adventures should our characters embark on? Share your ideas in the comments below. We can't wait to embark on this exciting journey with you. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be the first to watch our new videos. Together, let's dive into the wonderful world of animals where every tale has a happy ending.